We are reading from the comedic romance novel, Charming After 5. And we are in Chapter 7. Out on the sidewalk in front of Jerry's Bistro, Jonathan looks at his cell phone. It's 5:30 p.m. It had only been 3 days, but he and Stacy are making good progress in the office and with her training. He knows Bernie is waiting for him, so he goes inside. Jonathan stops in his tracks because the redhead is in there again sitting with her friends. He has to do a double take since he just left the office and thought for sure she was still there in her office. But she seemed to have gotten over to the bistro rather quickly. Well, I guess not. For being such a demanding boss, you would think she would be in early. She would stay late and expect her employees to possibly do the same. Bernie eyes him coming in the door. Above the crowd, he leans up and waves at Jonathan over to the booth. It's a busy night in the joint for being midweek. Jonathan pushes his way through, pointing not so subtly towards the redhead. Bernie nods approvingly. Jonathan nods at Bern and slips into the booth with him. See, that's her, the redhead in that booth over there. Did you see her? How could you not notice the most beautiful girl in the room? Jonathan acts proud, like she's his to show off. I see her. Settle down, champ. Yeah, real nice, if you like that type. See what I mean? She must have changed. I've had a hard time believing that she would wear that to work. It's way too revealing. I didn't actually get to see her today, but I tried. I pretended to take files over there once, but she wasn't there. And I've been too busy. I've been training Stacy, you know. Well, that's what you get paid to do. Not to oogle-eye your boss, Bernie jokes. Did you say oogle? Who are you again? Jonathan teases his friend, and then he stares at Quinn across the room once again. A tyrant by day, a beautiful fantasy by night. So odd and so dreamy. What a paradox. Whatever are we to do? Bernie holds his hand to his forehead. Just please leave this one in fantasy land in your mind. Concentrate on doing your job well. Do not, I repeat, do not get involved with your boss, the redhead. But I think maybe, no, I mean, look at her. She'll drive you crazy, man. Bernie thinks it's best to level with his friend, but it will shatter his dreams. I do hate to break it to you, John, my dearest of friends, but honestly, now that I've seen her, you aren't in her league, man. She'll suck you in, chew you up, and spit you out with not so much as a flinch. Yeah, you're probably right. He turns back around and sighs. Bernie shakes his head at his friend's plight and realizes John is trying to get the courage to go over and talk to her. Bernie gets a good grip on John's shoulder. You cannot go over there. You'll be making the biggest mistake of your career and personal life all at once. Let's get you out of here. Bernie steers him towards the door, thankful for the crowd that blocks John's view from seeing Quinn. After Bernie and John go out of the restaurant and are on the subway home, he went back to get some takeout. He really wanted to see how their food tasted. Now, sitting in the apartment, mouths bulging with food, both the guys realize just how bad the food is and both frown at one another. Bernie is antsy. Okay. I guess this is not considered edible. I know it's close to your office, but you cannot go there anymore. I forbid you. Plus, this after 5 new boss of yours will somehow fire you because you harass her afterward when she's chilling out. You forbid me? You deserve better food than this, man, and you need to get over your strange fascination with that supervisor from hell. Immediately he switches gears. So, when are you going to set me up with Stacy Babes? I don't know. I have to see what answer she gets when she prays. Bernie sits back with crossed arms. He's insulted and a bit worried. Jonathan pats him on the back. Bernie pushes his arm away, refusing that kind gesture. Don't worry, Burns. I'm sure she'll say yes. I'll tell her all about you, and I will say nothing negative about the past. Please don't bring any of that other stuff up about your sister, ever. Bernie pleaded with him. Don't even know what you're referring to, man. I'll call you from work tomorrow after we talk, me and Babs. But seriously, get a job. I can only work so many miracles where Stacy Babes is concerned. Yeah, got it. Jonathan lectures him again. And she hates to tell a lie, so if Stacy finds out that I'm lying about you, that will be a complete turn-off for her. Has she been hurt by lies too, I guess? I'm not sure, Burns. I know she gets upset at telling lies. Listen, I've been thinking. I'll sling burgers if I have to, just so I have enough cash to take Stacy Babes out on a decent date and do it upright. I'm getting excited to meet her, actually. Bernie's starting to act like a kid the night before Christmas. Okay, good thinking. Get online, check out the want ads, and apply for this area. Bernie tries to find the app on his phone. Nope. No, definitely not. This one? Ugh. Here, no. Ugh, I hate this. Jonathan grabs the cell phone from Bern and navigates to a site hiring fry cooks. Then he scrolls to find gourmet chefs. He realizes he's clicking his pen as he searches, and he stops. He jots down a couple of numbers for Bernie to call. I'll get online tomorrow at work. I'll search to find some finer restaurants close to my office. We could ride the subway together. I'd see to it that you get up and get there on time. He hands Burns back his cell phone. I'm glad you finally let me talk you into a smartphone, but you need to get with it and with the times and get a laptop or something, Burns. Step into the 21st century, why don't you? Contraire, a great chef must live within the remnants and limitations of the old world where oriental spices and fresh Italian gardens and herbs reside. Bernie throws his arms up with a flare. Modern chefs use the internet for recipes and research these days, and they're miles ahead of you. Jonathan tries to convince him of the benefits of new technology. Bernie switches gears back to Stacy. I know I'm not a male model or anything. Taste testing is an occupational hazard that I must bear, my friend. Thus the paunch. Do you think I could make a good first impression on her, though? Honestly, I think she will really like you, Burns. Well, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Bernie nearly chokes on emotion. So, Jonathan interjects, I'm helping you find love, so maybe you could help me find a way to win over the redhead? Dead end, my friend. From the get-go, so let it go. She didn't even look your way when you came in. Did you not notice that? Bernie has pointed out the obvious once again. Bernie gets a girl, and I'm still out in the cold. Life is so not fair. And hey, a lot of people were in that place. She probably didn't know I was even there. What does that mean? You've had a number of numbers lodged in that head of yours for far too long. Can you not add up all those red flags? That's one woman who isn't interested in you at all, Bernie admits. Oh, really? I'll give you one thing. She's a looker, though, John. You're right about that. Can see why you get all twisted up in the game of love. Just remember my motto concerning all beautiful bombshells. That scenario never ends well. And not long into it, boom, goes your heart. Jonathan pitches 2 burger wrappers towards the trash can. He misses. Bernie follows with 2 more and dunks him right in. He salutes his friend. Going to bed while I'm ahead. It's best to look for a job in the morning, so I've been told. Right. It always looks better that way on you. Up and at 'em early. Employers tend to favor punctuality, too. Jonathan gives a faint salute back at him and heads to his room. Bernie makes his way over to the couch. Chapter 8. Stacy chews her nails as she impatiently waits in the hall by the elevator for Jonathan to arrive at work for the day. As he gets off the elevator, he is glad to see her. He is hoping she will take him to the 9th floor. He is curious about the company and figures he needs to get some more details about their inner workings. Stacy is holding the now familiar latte. Jonathan reaches for it, but she pulls it in close to herself. Wait, I need to talk to you first. Stacy appears as if she's about to burst. Okay, but let's talk in the elevator. I want you to introduce me to the staff on the 9th floor. Let's go there. Okay, I can do that. I guess this is another part of your plan, Stacy surmises. Yes, I think I need to know more so we can stay on top of our game. Plus, if I can charm a few ladies up there, they might even help us. So I have prayed about that date with your friend and I want to go, but not alone. Would you please be able to find a date and go with us? Stacy proposes. Jonathan figures she's not sure because she doesn't know Byrne. A double date would work, but I'm not dating anyone right now, Stacy, so I have to think of who I could invite. Although Jonathan knows whom he would like to ask. If I can make a suggestion, Stacy ventures. Lauren Reynolds might be willing to go out with you, just that one time. Jonathan realizes that asking Quinn out is probably not going to happen for a long while, if at all ever, and he doesn't want to make Bernie and Stacy wait on their relationship. Oh, okay, should I ask her myself? Let me do it for you, if you want, Stacy offers. Set it up then, and I'll tell Bernie. He's waiting for my call, Jonathan says. They reach the 9th floor and step off the elevator. Jonathan thinks he hears Quinn's voice. He motions for Stacy to follow him. She looks around, not sure why, but goes along with him anyway. They meander through the hallways, looking at different office signs, appearing to be on a certain task, but Jonathan is all about locating Quinn and finding out what she's doing up there. Her voice gets louder, and he knows they are close. A door is open to the office that Stacy was about to take him into. If he would have just let me lead him here, Stacy watches Jonathan try to peek in the office. She wonders, what is he doing? We've gone the long way around. Jonathan sees Quinn standing at the counter and pulls Stacy close to him against the wall. They are able to easily make out what she's saying because Miss Herald is adamant about making her wishes known. This is absurd. We've been over this how many times now? Quinn is an octave away from screaming. An employee throws up her hands. Miss Herald, I apologize. His assistant told us that she needed the files. When did you give them to her? Quinn was very demanding. It was like 2 days ago, maybe. Stacy came in first thing and got them early in the morning. We told you when you showed up later that you had missed her by half an hour. Don't you remember? The employee is looking at her like she's lost it. Quinn is thrown off for a second. She had just assumed that Finn had followed her orders and had intercepted the work. The meeting with the corporate that morning had distracted her, and she had failed to confirm it with Finn. Her sister will have a lot of explaining to do when she gets home, she figures. Quinn recovers quickly, but ignores her question. I specifically have stated numerous times that I want all the accounting records marked for Jonathan Waters sent directly to me initially. Hand-delivered to me. Got it? Waters is to go through my office for everything. That's how it's done on my floor. Quinn glares over the counter at the employee. She doesn't wait for a reply. She turns to leave. Jonathan sees Quinn coming out of the office and pushes Stacy around the corner of the hall on the opposite side from the elevator. She trips and goes down, but he shushes her. Stacy can't believe he's so busy watching Quinn leave that he doesn't even help her up. They hear the elevator cling and clang and the ding, and the door swooshes closed. Jonathan looks at the latte in his hand. He spies a trash can and dumps it in there. Quinn doesn't deserve this. Well, I guess that's it. Wait. What? What is it? Quinn Herald has just one-upped you and me, Stacy. We are at a dead end here, I think. Stacy grabs him by the jacket and pulls him in close. Don't you dare give up on this or me, Jonathan Waters. Back in the office, Quinn is fuming. Finn has messed up big time. Not only had she not intercepted the work for Jonathan, she apparently had been called into an emergency meeting with the corporate heads that she had conveniently forgot to tell her about. Quinn felt like a fool this morning after they demanded an answer for her ineptness and lack of ability to explain situations at the Tuesday meeting. This has not helped the situation at all. It has been hard enough proving that she could handle the job. The board is so old-fashioned and fought putting a woman in that leadership position that Quinn is in. She won, but has to keep fighting to prove that they made the right decision. She reminds herself that all that extra work, the long hours, the plotting and planning will be all worth it when they realize she is basically running the floor by herself. It was no wonder that Finn had been MIA the past 2 days. Quinn picks up the phone. Time to deal with my sister. An hour later, Quinn is still as mad as ever. Finn's explanation of the incidents on that Tuesday did not help to cool her down one bit. If anything, she's even more upset. Between this job, corporate breathing down her throat, the new accountant Jonathan Waters sidestepping her, and the problem with her other business investment, Quinn needs a break. She picks up her phone once again, selects a contact, and waits. Yes, I need to see you ASAP. We need to talk. We have to fix this problem soon. I can't keep missing so many days here. My sister has really messed things up big time this time. That's the end of chapter 8. And now we'll go on to chapter 9. The clouds are gray overhead. There's a nip in the air, unusual for that time of year. Jonathan enters Westin Mutual. It's been a long week. TGIF, he says out loud to no one in particular. After he exits the elevator, Jonathan quickly passes Lauren's cubicle. She smiles and nods and gives him even a seductive wink. He notices Stacy is in the cubicle with her, sitting on the desk. He sighs but nods and then hurries past them. Suddenly, the entire 5th floor hears a piercing shout of delighted glee. Heads turn and many glance around the office. Others jump up, peering over their divided walls. Jonathan cringes as he slips into his office chair and closes the door, wishing he had a do not disturb sign. Lauren, control yourself. He heard you, don't you know? Everyone did. Use some decorum, for heaven's sake. Stacy admonishes her co-worker. Lauren is not even trying to calm herself down. Fine, I'm just excited. So where are we going? I need to know so I know what to wear. Stacy admits, I don't know where yet. Well, when? Do you know when? I'm not sure of that either. Stacy is beginning to question her choice for Jonathan's date. Lauren looks at her desk calendar. Next weekend or the next? But soon. No, tell him to make it for the next weekend. I'm free then. You're going to have to calm down, Lauren. He'll think you're desperate. Lauren complains. Well, it is what it is. Do you even know how long it's been since Stacy interrupts before hearing any details. Please don't be so pushy on your first night out with him. I'll let you know details soon enough. Lauren assures her. I get it. Yeah, I'll be good. Stacy is suddenly very worried. After lunch, Jonathan sees Lauren walk to the end of the hall several times just to look out the window. With a toss, she flicks her hair back or twisted around her finger as she slowly passes by his glass wall. When he looks up from his desk, she is standing there, face front, staring at him with hands on her hips. That's one lonely woman on the prowl for sure. Jonathan tries to ignore her and stay busy. Stacy is preoccupied with reading a text on her phone as she returns from the break room, and she runs right into Lauren, standing there in the middle of the hall. Jonathan looks up in time to see Lauren go toppling over sideways, and he finds it pretty darn humorous. He can't help but chuckle at their impromptu comedy act. Stacy knows what Lauren's been up to. Seriously, Lauren? Hey, it's a nice view, right? Better in there than out that window. Lauren motions to the end of the hall. Get out of here, or Jonathan will be too afraid to take you out. Fine. Lauren pouts as she goes back to her desk. Stacy walks meekly into the office, afraid that Jonathan will want to cancel the date now that she's made a pest of herself. Sorry about Lauren. She's just anxious. Isn't the optimum word desperate? Jonathan suggested. Yeah, true. That she is. He winks. I could sure tell. Later that day, Lauren pops up her head in the office doorway. She waves at them for no apparent reason. They don't look up. She's determined to make herself seen and heard. Hey there, I really need to know, is dinner and a show or what going to happen? Hey, I'm a poet, don't know it, do you know it? Quite perturbed, Jonathan looks up from his work. Excuse me? Lauren reminds him, our double date? Oh, that. Stacy has all the details worked out and will fill you in later, all right? My number one assistant here. What? I thought you guys would do all the arranging. That is the norm for this sort of thing. The guys do it, you know. Especially since you initiated it. All three look from one to the other. Lauren has an idea to get her date and the way she wants it at the same time. We should wait to talk about this at break, Stacy. Don't you worry your busy little brain about frivolous details. We will plan it all out for the four of us. Yeah, why don't you two ladies just plan this outing? That'd be okay. Whatever you want to do is fine. Jonathan instantly regrets his second suggestion. Within reason, of course, right, ladies? Lauren chuckles a bit. Of course, we won't make any reservations for a cruise or anything like that. Jonathan, may I take my break like right now? Stacy starts to panic and wants to get Lauren out of there fast. Yeah, go ahead, Stacy. I'll wrap this up. Thanks. Come on, Lauren. We need to talk. Stacy marches out the door, followed by Lauren, who smiles and waves at Jonathan as she leaves. The two women hurry down the hall. Jonathan smiles at the thought that Stacy will chew her out good. Boy, I'm the one footing the bill for this double date. Man, Bernie, you sure make a lot of trouble for me. When will you get a freaking job? Moments later, to his surprise, Quinn Herald pushes the door open and steps into his office. Her ballpoint pen is clicking away. He sees notes written on her hand. She looks around the disheveled office and spies the accounting records. Jonathan smiles and nods. His friendly response surprises her. Quinn is used to workers cowering in her presence. Well, I see that you are busy. Who approved all this? Her pen goes flying across his desk accidentally as she flings her hand out into the air. Jonathan catches the pen and looks it over for a split second. He hands it back to Quinn, who jerks it out of his hand. Jonathan doesn't miss a beat. Well, let me think. On Tuesday, I wanted to talk to you about what you wanted me to start on, but you had the Do Not Disturb sign on your door, so I simply took the initiative and sent my assistant upstairs to retrieve the last 2 months' reports, knowing the previous account probably didn't finish with that. I see. Finn's incompetence has really messed up her plan this time. I'm just getting down to business at hand. I can send Stacy upstairs to get more work once we finish with all this, if that would be more convenient. The accountant before me sure did not do much of anything, if anything at all. They acted like I wasn't supposed to be getting any work right away, though. But not to worry, Miss Herald. We now seem to have righted that little problem. Things should run more smoothly from now on out. I see. She clicks her pen again. while thinking how to avert all of his plans. Yeah, I can see why you've been distraught with the preceding accounting supervisors. They were just sliding through their job, collecting a paycheck. How frustrating that must have been for you. And your corporate heads. All my subordinates frustrate me. Yes, that's true. Quinn agrees, distracted by her plotting. And I cannot thank you enough for my assistant. Stacy Babes is more than capable for the task. You picked well. Quinn almost chokes. You found her capable? I do, and I want to thank you again. You sure know how to pick 'em. Jonathan just poured it on. All right then, continue with all that. She points to the stacks of papers, and we will then... She begins to back out of the office. It doesn't bother him that she can't find the words to finish her sentence. He could almost finish it for her, and he expected her to get caught off guard by their progress. Certainly, we've got this, so you just have a good weekend, Miss Herald. Quinn leaves but stops in front of the glass wall. She just stands there and stares at him for a minute. He watches from the corner of one eye and can tell she's already scheming. He looks her way and waves. She squints even more and then smiles broadly and walks away. Jonathan knows he's thrown her a curveball, but knows too that she's about to put on her catcher's mitt. Lady, don't you even try anything, he laughs. Or I'll... Oh my, now they've got me doing it. I'm not finishing my sentences either. We'll continue with the comedic romance novel, Charming After 5, and Chapter 10 in the next audio reading.